This chronicle is dated April 26, 1813. I am Sergeant John Marshall of the British Grenadiers, stationed outside of York on the northwest shore of Lake Ontario. We, British, are fighting the Americans in defense of our colonies in British North America. I never intended to write of my adventures in Canada, but some of my comrades thought it would make a jolly good story to take back to England. Maybe I can sell it to the printing houses, or at least have some rather exciting adventure stories to read to my grandchildren, if I get back in any shape to have grandchildren. Enough of my motives for writing this tale. Let's get on with what happened. One day, early in spring, I was on a routine patrol in the countryside near York with my 3 comrades in arms, McGregor, Wilkes, and Jenkins, when we came upon something rather odd.
Fresh.
There's something fishy about this. Come on. Look at this. The feathers around the shaft would indicate Plains Indians, but none of the tribes of the eastern woodlands. It's a fake.
Easy. Nobody fire till you hear my command.
Somebody's done all this to create disaffection between the Indians and settlers along the frontier.
Yankees.
Yes, I should think so.
So quiet.
Yes, I know. That's what bothers me.
Yankees! Ambush! Move it! Take cover! Every man jack of you! Come on!
Target! You damned idiot! You're told to hold your position until my command.
You may have just cost us this entire mission.
Lieutenant, that damn sergeant is out there killed my best friend for the war at Niagara!
Catch this!
Go after that lot in the woods. They won't be expecting a frontal attack. Wonder why not. 1, 2.
Marshal, you limey bastard! You can't get away from me! I'll kill you yet!
Get your hands here! Now!
And so, that afternoon's adventure confirmed that the Americans were making raids deep inside British-held territory, leaving signs trying to implicate our Indian allies. This proved they were attempting to cause friction between us. But once again, our Indian friends had saved the day.
Let us examine the facts. 1. The Americans have not yet decided whether to attack Kingston or Montreal. 2. They must take an offensive as soon as possible, else our infamous Canadian winter will soon be upon them. Also, they can ill afford to wait till next year, since their War Department will be nigh bankrupt. Therefore, an attack seems imminent. 3. Kingston is presently a prime target. Commodore Yeo has not yet assembled his fleet, and the loss of Kingston would mean the loss of Upper Canada. And then, my sirs, Montreal would be ripe for the plucking. British North America would be lost. Forever.
And what do you, in your infinite wisdom, propose as strategy, Lieutenant?
4. Now if, I say if, we were able to dissuade Dearborn, General Henry Dearborn, that Kingston is too difficult a target, he may very well opt for an attack on Montreal. We are presently training excellent spies to observe all American troop movements along the St. Lawrence River. They'll report directly to de Salaberry, and when the Americans make their main thrust, we'll have a damned good chance of catching them with their britches down. Sorry, sir.
I do believe you are sincere, Lieutenant. So much for strategy. How about tactics? How the devil do you propose to keep the Americans from deciding to attack Kingston?
Right. Well, the Americans have an agent in Kingston. A writer by profession, actually.
James Fenimore Cooper.
Yes, sir. Now, my department informs me that he's preparing to smuggle out a complete diagram of all defenses and fortifications for the entire city. But we don't know how. Now, one of our agents, a woman, has ingratiated herself into his company.
Rachel Phyllis Wentworth.
Now, we're reasonably sure the Americans have a secret base from whence the plans will be put on board an American ship. Now, we can't exactly send a squad of grenadiers, but we can send Miss Wentworth. We intend to acquire these plans by having Miss Wentworth exchange them for a set which describe Kingston's fortifications to be the strongest in the New World.
Won't Cooper know?
Oh, not at all, sir. The pouch will be sealed and almost certainly not open till it reaches Dearborn's hands.
A good plan, Smythe, but it won't wash.
May I ask why not, sir?
Because Miss Wentworth has another assignment, that's why not. Whilst keeping an eye on James Fenimore Cooper, she also has to watch over a visiting dignitary.
Visiting dignitary, sir?
Yes. You insult my country.
You me.
You insult me.
That's right, Spanish
Oh, God, senores, grab swords.
Come on.
Die like gentlemen. Grab swords. Por favor. Vámonos, señores. En garde, señores.
Looks like a bit of trouble out there, Miss Wentworth.
Fredo?
¡Vámonos! ¡Vámonos! I'm going to cut him up like a Christmas turkey!
Carlos, no! Carlos! Carlos, stop this!
I'm going to cut him up and feed him to the jackals!
Carlos! Carlos, please, for me, let him go.
Oh, it's you again, Miss Wentworth. Now look here.
Yes, I know.
You must understand. I don't know who your charge here is, or how important he may be. I can't have him continually causing trouble like this.
Yes, yes, of course. I understand completely.
For heaven's sake, it's the 4th time this week.
Senor, for the sake of my lovely Rachel, I promise to cause no more trouble.
Can we go home now?
Be off with you.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Men, come with me.
I cut those vermin to pieces. They were like children.
One of these days, Carlos, you're going to go too far.
It was
I'm going to have to fetch you out of prison, though. You'll be sorry.
Not someone of my blood.
Good evening.
Good evening. I hear your dashing Spaniard created another row in the street today.
It was brought under control in short order, Mr. Cooper.
Yes, and it's a good thing, too. Miss Wentworth, your supervision of this Spanish person is providing an excellent cover for your work with me on behalf of the United States, but I feel most uncomfortable regarding 2 points. 1, his constant drinking bouts, horse races down the main street, and most of all his sword fighting are beginning to draw rather more attention to you yourself than I and my associates feel may be appropriate, considering the nature of our mission. And 2, in view of the fact that he is under your charge on behalf of the British government, that does make you, for all intents and purposes, a true double agent. Good evening, Lieutenant. We were just discussing the matter you brought to my attention earlier this morning.
I think you will find, gentlemen, that the information I have so far gathered will prove to be completely worthy of your trust, and furthermore...
Miss Wentworth! Your loyalty to the United States is not in question. What I am saying is that you will be closely observed by both sides now more than ever before. Where's the Spaniard?
Taking dinner.
Well, I suggest you go and join him. You'll make yourself more conspicuous yet by your absence. That'll be all. Good evening.
How goes this work?
It's nearly done. You can inform the ship that the transfer should take place in a little more than a week. I would prefer, however, not to go to the base first.
It is absolutely necessary, sir.
Why?
Because if we don't go to the base first, there's a strong possibility we could lose the plans to the enemy. I've got a feeling we're losing our cover here. I wish to leave Kingston immediately. My men and I are prepared to rendezvous at the place of the Wendigo. I assume you've heard of that.
No. Sounds intriguing.
Yes. If death is intriguing. Evil spirits, the Indians say. Even they're afraid to go to it. When it's safe, we'll inform you of the exact time of the retrieval of the plans. One of our ships will sail offshore of the pickup point here. We must move as soon as the last British patrol has left the area. For I can assure you, sir, that another will follow within a week's time.
But because we travel so far first, upriver, our path will be almost impossible to track.
If indeed anyone knew we were going there at all.
Such as a double agent.
Exactly.
You've made your point, Lieutenant. I'll keep a doubly close watch on the girl.
You see that you do.
Good afternoon, Miss Wentworth.
Mr. Smythe, welcome back to Kingston.
Thank you. You're looking lovely as ever, Miss Wentworth.
You look colder, Mr. Smythe. When was the last time you ate?
Cornwall, I believe.
Yesterday morning?
No, day before yesterday, actually. Spent all day yesterday stuck in a bog with a horse. Any news of the Americans?
Not here. Look, let me get some supper into you, and then we can review what I've been able to discover.
Excellent idea. Thank you.
Feeling human?
Yes. A bit. Oh.
Fenimore Cooper has nearly completed the plans. In the next few days, they'll be taking them to the base inland.
What's this place, the Wendigo?
It's what Lieutenant Winslow called it. It's some sort of sacred Indian ground. They'll even have a garrison of American Marines there.
How large a garrison?
I don't know.
Well, after they leave the base, what's the pickup point and the final destination?
They didn't say.
Well, what exactly does the document pouch look like?
I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
Torture them, they will tell you.
Alfredo, Carlos, please.
Well, you are fighting a war. I would torture them. Only a little, un pocolito.
Now look here. Try to find out by tomorrow. And meet me outside the alehouse at 6 a.m. sharp. And whatever you find out, or don't find out, be there precisely on time.
I am an agent of the king, you know. I'm not entirely dim.
Oh, damn the king.
Alfredo, Carlos. He was just upset. He didn't mean anything.
Madre de Dios.
Oh, of course. Carlos, I meant no offense to the king. Such a little bugger, isn't he?
The operation must commence now. Our ship will arrive at the pickup point in 1 week's time. Therefore, must leave at dawn.
caramba! Madre de Dios! This is an outrage!
Quiet!
This weapon is magnificent.
Put that down this very instant!
This saber is presently being held for safekeeping by the government of the United States of America.
I will have you beheaded!
My apologies, sir. You obviously represent a government foreign to this conflict. But we're involved in a clandestine operation of the highest military importance.
Gentlemen, please forgive my rash outburst. But in my country, someone of my position is afforded rather more courtesy than has been demonstrated here this evening.
My apologies, sir.
Muy gracias, senor.
My apologies, sir. I'm Lieutenant Beauregard Winslow of the United States Marine Corps. To whom do I have the honor of addressing?
I am Don Carlos de Cordoba, Duke of Sierra Morena.
Well, looky here, Lieutenant. We got ourselves live with...
Quiet, Claggett.
How shall we resolve this dilemma with honor, sir?
How about with swords, like gentlemen?
If you please, sir.
Senor? Vámonos. Vámonos, mi pocolito burro. Ajá. ¡Ay! Bien.
All due respect, sir.
Claggett, get his clothes. And let's get him to hell out of here.
And so, the Americans captured Don Carlos. After Miss Wentworth failed to show up for the meeting, Lieutenant Smythe realized that she must have discovered something of such importance that the Americans had kidnapped them both. Knowing he must find out what she had discovered, Smythe went to enlist the help of Commodore James Yale, head of the Provincial Marine.
Good morning, sir.
Well, the right arm of British intelligence, right here in my office. And before breakfast, too.
I've got problems, sir. Great, big, serious problems. Sir, I arranged a meeting with Miss Wentworth this morning at 6 a.m. outside the alehouse.
Yeah?
At 6:15, she still hadn't shown up, so I went to check her chambers. They'd been ransacked, and both she and Don Carlos are missing. I can only suspect it's the Americans, sir. All I have to go on, sir, is something she said to me before.
Yep.
Something about an Indian name, Place of the Wendigo?
So all we've really got to go on is this Indian name, the Place of the Wendigo.
That's right, sir.
It's not much.
Well, I know, sir.
Still, could be worse. Could be raining.
But what can we do?
Mike.
Sir?
Have you ever heard of a sergeant in the Grenadiers, 8th Regiment of Foot, born to aristocracy, had a bit of trouble back home, ended up over here in the ranks?
John Marshall, sir. Blew up the Grand Magazine at the Battle of York.
You heard about that, did you?
I delivered the orders to him from General Sheaffe, sir.
Jolly Roger sent you with the orders.
Jenkins! Jenkins, for God's sake, open up!
Smythe! Well, get in, man, for God's sakes. The Yankees have got riflemen everywhere. You'll get us all killed. Well, what's it all about? Where the hell did you get that?
Give us a minute, do you mind, my lord?
Look, if you're caught like that, the Yanks will have you shot as a spy, so if this is another one of your airbrains...
Look, do shut up, Jenkins. It's direct orders from General Sheaffe.
What is to do with a leg like that?
It's only a flesh wound.
Well, you're going to bleed to death from it unless I bandage it again.
Look, where's the sergeant?
You were with Captain McNeil at the beach.
You're bloody right I was. I've never seen anything like it. 3 companies landed against our 1. More coming in the boats. Riflemen everywhere. We knew in the first few minutes. Then the Western magazine went up. It was like a...
Aye, we heard it. Even the Americans appreciate good craftsmanship, Meg. Building the Srisik box, the biggest thing that ever happened to this town.
You really don't give a damn, do you?
Tom's an intelligent lad. He'll just lie low for a few days.
And you're just going to twaddle out of here with the rest of the glorious King's 8th Regiment. We'll all wake up Yankees tomorrow morning, and the Americans will finish up building the Isaac Brock and probably beat you to Kingston, sailing the biggest damn warship these lakes have ever seen.
Come on. How's the lake feel?
Bloody magnificent. Who knows, I might not even lose it. And where's Sergeant Marshall?
Just let me in on it, will you? What's the plan?
Look, how the devil should I know? Can't read any better than you can. And besides, it's sealed.
Not fooling anyone you know.
Look, is everyone from Manchester as thick-headed as you are?
I found the Duchess, Meg.
You are!
I'm not! You Jenkins, what the hell is... Smythe! It is Smythe, isn't it? What the hell are you doing out of uniform, man?
Less of a visible target, Sergeant. Orders from General Schaefer.
Huh. Probably wants his brandy cask smuggled out in a hay wagon. What shall I do with Her Majesty, Meg?
Lieutenant Bolton said, if I didn't see it delivered to you, he would personally supervise my ascent in paradise.
Old Rum Punch Bolton said that.
4.5 hours ago, Sergeant.
It's a powder magazine. General Schaefer says to detonate it at once. It's about time, I dare say, with the Americans knocking at the gate as it is.
The detonation of the Grand Magazine at York was the largest explosion experienced in North America to that time. Debris from the explosion rained on the American invaders, causing hundreds of casualties, including General Zebulon Pike, commander of the assaulting force.
I've always wanted to do this. Come along then, Jenkins.
Right then, Sergeant.
How would you like some help from a few of the 8 kings?
I'd like that a lot, sir. A hell of a lot.
Ha! We'll do it then, by God, Smythe. We're not beaten yet. Now, here's what I want you to do.
I happen to know that Marshall and his men are somewhere between Scarborough and York. We'll ship you to Scarborough. Your dragoon a horse. And find Marshall. Then we'll all meet on board a ship 3 days hence at York. You'll be able to tell the ship, for she'll have a one-breasted woman on the bowsprit.
But, sir, York is still ungarrisoned. It may be overrun again by the Yankees at any time.
I've been in this business for 20 years. I think I know a bit about what I'm doing, all right? Now, when I tell you to be on that ship, you be on that ship. Now off with you.
Yes, sir.
And Smythe.
Sir?
Take a uniform. If York is occupied, and you're wearing those clothes, the Yanks will have you shot as a spy.
Yes, sir.
Smythe.
Sir?
Get going!
Ho there! Ho there! I say, good people!
Stand down from your horse, my good sir, for we be smugglers and have no love of witnesses.
Gentlemen, there is a war on, you know, creating problems of far more difficulty than those of your petty rum-running.
Off your horse, sir!
Sir, I happen to be an agent of His Majesty King George V.
The next one will be in your brain, sir.
Right. Fix your bayonets quickly as you can, and quietly.
Devil take you.
You're looking well. What have you got for us?
So, from what you're saying, we should be headed back to York shortly.
Correct.
And it doesn't matter if the Yankees reoccupied York.
No. We go in anyway.
Do we?
Yes.
Well, that's well and good, but how are we to identify this ship that Commodore Yeo is supposedly sent for us?
Well, it has a one-breasted woman on the bowsprit.
You're joking.
I'd not joke about something like that, Sarge.
No, by heavens, I dare say you wouldn't. All right, then. Why did Commodore Yeo pick me?
I've learned quite a lot about you and your men, Sergeant. I know of your experience and stature in England. And I even know a little of the unfortunate circumstances that landed you here in the enlisted ranks.
Oh, do you now?
There's more. Your man Jenkins is one of the most notorious pickpockets and masters of trickery and connivance artists in the West Country. He could talk a fish into playing cricket. McGregor is a top-notch engineer. There's very little that man can't improvise. Wilkes is a dead shot. He doesn't say much, but he's pretty nasty in a fight.
And what about me?
You, Sergeant, are a born leader. Whatever bits of information I can glean from British intelligence will be yours to use at your disposal.
There is one small problem. You outrank me, Lieutenant.
Temporary reduction of rank, Sarge.
There is one other small detail. I am in command. Completely. When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. Otherwise, you are not to question my orders at any time. You do understand.
Quite clear, Sarge.
All right, then. We best be off. Wilkes, McGregor.
Aye, Sarge.
What do you think this is, Easter Sunday?
Come on.
Jenkins! Jenkins! Anytime you're ready, Jenkins.
Where to now, Sergeant?
Oh, back to York. Then perhaps we'll catch a ride with the Yankees across to Sackett's Harbor.
O.R. Bloody strange sense of humor.
All right, everyone, fall in over here.
Watney? Watney, go tell Lieutenant Bolton we're off on combined operations with Commodore Yeo.
Lie down, Sergeant.
Right. Fall in. Come on, get the lead out. Sometime this afternoon, Jenkins. Let's go. Today, we've got a long way to go. Right, at the quickest step, march. Smythe then told me of Miss Wentworth's disappearance and of the defense plans of the fort at Kingston. With these plans, the Americans would be able to attack and defeat Kingston with little difficulty. It became obvious that we had to stop Lieutenant Winslow and his men before they could pass these plans on, no matter what the cost. It was about this time that my old friend Meg, whom I had promised to meet after I blew up York's Grand Magazine, was setting up a little surprise of her own for the fleeing Americans.
Untie my hands!
Quick, we've got to get away!
Huh? My sword! Winslow!
Hey. Allow me, eh? Ándale, señor. Come on, Lieutenant. Get up.
Oh, my God! Carlos! Carlos! Leave me alone!
Here, woman.
Get him to the Gananoque whip. It's the last thing I'd do.
That should be it right there. First thing we'll need is a rowboat to get out there, and a diversion to mask our departure. McGregor, put a bomb underneath the wall, 10-minute fuse.
Aye, Sergeant.
Smythe, you, myself, and Wilkes will go find a rowboat. Jenkins, you'll stand watch at the end of the wharf. Right, well, let's do it, lads.
Yankees at about 100 yards.
Let me know if they come any closer.
Or they're coming closer. 3, no 4.
got to leave me more like a 2-minute fuse than a 10 if I can set it at all.
Took it all while they was running away.
There wasn't any
Don't you know that?
Don't be stupid. They dropped it when they were
You're
running.
drunk.
Look, I'll prove it.
Smythe, I'm gonna have to have a little word with you one of these days.
Hey, where'd you guys come from?
You grenadiers, stand away from the gunwale. Quiet, Smythe. You men! What was that explosion?
It looked like somebody blew up the powder magazine.
What are we waiting for? Helmsman, take us out of the harbor! And strike those colors! Come along, come along! Lieutenant Grogans, get these men to some dinner! Mr. Smythe, Mr. Marshal, remain behind if you please! Sir. Mr. Smythe, the other day when you prevailed upon my good graces to arrange this meeting, you neglected to tell me that it was more than just Miss Wentworth that the Americans had captured. There was also with her a certain gentleman of Spanish extraction, was there not?
Yes, sir. But he was merely a common...
A simple yes or no will do, Mr. Smythe. Didn't General Provost tell you that the woman was assigned to this man's protection?
But good lord, sir, the Americans had the plans for the defense of
Smythe,
Kingston.
do you know who that Spaniard is?
Well, I assume that...
You placed yourself under Sergeant Marshal's command?
Yes, sir.
Probably just as well. Very well, get some dinner, Smythe.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Marshal.
Sir?
Speak to you in my cabin at once.
Sir?
Anyway, I talked to your family, and you were forgiven a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yes, of course. Your mother didn't like your uncle any better than you did. I hear he embezzled nearly all your family's fortune.
That's right.
And then you ran him through with a cavalry saber. Oh well. It's good to keep busy, Jonathan.
I've seen Jack Claggett again.
I think he wants my head on a stick. So, what are we supposed to do tomorrow?
You've heard of that Indian name? The place at the Wendigo?
Oh, hell yes. Myron Beasley had it still there before the war.
Well, that's where the Yankees are. We're going to take you in there tomorrow as close as possible. Up behind Howe Island on the north shore of Lake Ontario. And then you're on your own. You have to intercept those plans before they reach the ship. Because once that ship leaves harbor, we don't know where it's going. And even if we did, we'd be pretty ill-equipped to launch an invasion.
A few winks, I think.
Oh,
one more thing.
Certainly, my lad.
Who is this Spanish fellow the Yankees are holding?
Don Carlos, the exiled king of Spain.
The king of Spain? Right. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Rest easy, lads. Alex, how did your chart room session go last night?
Only had 4 hours of sleep, Sergeant.
So did I, Alex.
Ah, but you had drinking.
Did you get the plans done?
I better time to let the ink dry.
Yes. They'll do just fine. All right, lads. Let's go.
Oh dear, Meg.
Well, John Marshall. I just knew you'd come barging into my life again sooner or later.
You're looking well, Meg.
Come with me to Kingston, Meg. You'll like it in Kingston, Meg. The cavalry even have horses. What do I care about your stupid horses, you pompous
Well,
stupid?
I'm sorry you feel that way, Meg.
I waited for 3 days on the far side of the Don River for you. York was crawling with Yankees.
I had to leave in a hurry.
I trusted you.
Look, I have to know with whom these Indians were battling, Meg.
Go climb a tree.
It's important, Meg.
Is it?
There was a woman and a Spaniard. Where are they?
got a lot of gall, Sergeant. You abandon me in the woods while the Americans invade York. I wait for 3 days in the pouring rain for you. Wind up wandering around with a band of Indians, and now you want to know which way the Yankees went and leave me here again.
Meg.
We attacked 2 days ago.
Where are they now?
Their lieutenant said they were going up to the Gananoque and to stop fighting the Braves. Some great huge brute knocked your Spaniard senseless with the back of an axe. They have 2.5 days head start. You'll never catch up to them, John.
Wilkes, distribute some provisions to these men.
You know where you're going, Sergeant?
The mouth of the Gananoque River? You're damn right I do. I even know a shortcut. Bloody hell.
You're too late, John.
Are you just about done, Wilkes?
Aye, Sarge.
All right, men, fall in file. Come on, get the lead out.
Right, at the quickest step, march.
You'll never catch up to them! You're too late, John!
After beating a hasty retreat from Meg, we set off to try and catch the Americans before they reached the mouth of the Gananoque. For they, no doubt, had a boat waiting there to take them to their headquarters at Sackett's Harbor. It was about this time that I began to fear for the safety of Miss Wentworth and Don Carlos.
Are becoming increasingly inconvenient. So let me make myself perfectly clear. Any more acts of this kind, I fear, will result on their toil on Miss Wentworth. Do you understand my meaning, sir?
You do not realize who you're talking to!
I don't give a damn if you're holding himself. I am in command here. And I will have discipline.
Stand easy, lads. Yes, good. We've avoided that waterfall to the north. That means, with any luck, if we can get onto the river, we could catch up to them within, a day or two. McGregor.
Aye, Sergeant.
McGregor, this is how we're going to do it. Now, I want you to take all of this stuff that we got at McClafferty's farm, and I want you to go out and cut out a couple of logs, cut them up into about 10-foot sections, and start lashing them together. And the whole thing must be ready tomorrow morning. Now, the beach is too small, so we'll have to build it up here and lower it down at dawn.
It can't be done. It's impossible.
It's vital, man. It's the only way.
It's out of the question, Sergeant. It can't be done.
There's a bottle of whiskey in it for you.
Take 2 or 3 days at least.
I'll have Jenkins make good on all his debts.
What time tomorrow, Sergeant? You've got to be specific. How do you expect me to get anything done if you're no specific? I must look like a mind reader. Right, you lads, let's go. What do you think you're sitting around for? You think it's a holiday?
Axis saws and mallets, Corporal.
No, son. Gumdrops and lemon pie. Why do you think we brought all this stuff to build a brewery?
Not a bad idea.
Belt your ear if you don't get a move on. Come on, get this axe and this rope here. We'll go up and see what we can get ourselves a tree. Bleeding heavy. Okay, that's it. She's just about down. That's it. A little more. Come on. Aye, that's it. She's taking it. She's almost there. Right. Gently. That's it. A few more inches. Come on. Come on. That's it. A little more. Aye, that's it. Okay. More gently. Right, that's it. She's down. That's great. Way to go, sons, you Sassenachs are all right, you know that?
Rum.
Jenkins, grab a line and hop up onto shore there.
All right, Jenkins, come on, it's only water.
Look at that raft, eh? What a beaut. Brought us all the way down here, no problems.
Good.
Okay, come on, lad.
We'll get this back.
Here, I parked my shades and I've bloody drive the stick.
Oh, stop complaining.
Yeah, did it in, all right. You got it between my legs.
Come on, then. Get going.
Clown.
Oh, you got that thing tied on. I hope so, because...
Here, wait for us.
Stay off.
Going up.
Right.
Oh, I'm pulling.
Put some elbow grease in it.
If I could say the same myself.
We're all
Right.
I think that's it.
Sod mountaineering for a gang of soldiers.
God, what a climb.
Go and untie that, there's a lad.
Right.
Yeah, Jenkins.
Well, Sergeant, even overland, we should be breathing down their necks by about midnight. I suggest a frontal attack. You know, the same sort of thing you perpetrated when the smugglers were going to use me for target practice.
Yes and no. Remember, I don't want to endanger your former associate, Miss Wentworth. And further to the point, this Spanish fellow, if anything should happen to him, we might as well head for Cathay. They won't like it too much in Montreal.
Between you and me, Sarge, who the hell is he anyway?
All in good time, Smythe. First things first. We've yet to plan an attack. Jenkins, do you remember that time when you and McGregor stole Lieutenant Bolton's best whiskey, a bottle of rum, a sack of sugar, a new pair of boots, a tin of chocolate, and 2 decks of playing cards?
Sergeant, we never.
You frightened him out of his tent by doing a lot of Indian war cries, much in the same manner as General Brock's troops at Queenston Heights, did you not?
Honest, Sarge, it was them other 2 lads. Aye, what you said, Sarge.
Can you do it again?
Aye, all right.
Well, Claggett, it looks like we made it.
Yeah.
Won't be long before we're aboard that ship on our way to Sackett's. With a nice little surprise for General Dearborn.
Yes, sir.
It's a shame Fenimore Cooper isn't here to see this.
Yeah. We did need that agent down at Kingston, though, Lieutenant. Old Cooper's about the best old boy we got.
Yeah. His military judgments sometimes seem clouded by his compassion. Excuse me, sir. If you wanted a cup of coffee, I'm sure Sergeant Claggett here would be pleased to oblige. Claggett, pour the man some coffee.
Yes, sir. You know something, boy? I hope you do try to make a run for it. Because they would give me a chance.
Claggett! I'll have no savagery here. Indian!
Help!
Silence that girl!
Don't anyone move.
Good God, it's John Marshall.
Bien, Rachel.
Marshall! You lousy!
Shut up, Jack. You really are tiresome. Lieutenant, I'll attend to you in a moment. You must be Don Carlos, the King of Spain.
The same.
Sergeant John Marshall, King's 8th Regiment.
Believe me, Sergeant, the pleasure is all mine.
Oh, thank you. Rachel, good day.
Nice to see you, Sergeant.
Now, Lieutenant.
Get a rope on this animal.
Lieutenant, sir.
Quite right, yes, Lieutenant. I've come about a matter of some plans we think you have.
Stop them! One of them has a plan!
Excuse me, Your Grace. I'm going to go after
Go ahead, Sergeant. I have an appointment of my
Get
own.
away!
Marshal! It's time, Marshal. It's time. I've waited a long time, Marshal. A long time. Ah! 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 Waited. Waited. Ah! Oh, Marshal, get up! Oh. Ah! Oh! Ah!
Hurry up with that boat, man! Row, can you go any faster than that? Come on, come on! Faster! Let's go! See if you can get it. Come on, man, we've got to make it to Cyprus. Hurry up!
God, we don't even know where they're going.
That much at least I managed to find out, mi amigo.
They're going to a place called Sackett's Harbor.
After all that.
We could catch them. We could catch them and retrieve the plans. If only we could find a way to Los Estados Unidos.
Here, what's he saying?
I think he's implying that we should invade Sackett's Harbor.
What? Just the 5 of us? Shall we take Miss Wentworth?
No, Miss Wentworth will go back to Kingston with Los Americanos.
Oh, very nice, Your Grace. But the plan has a few gaps in it. Like, how are we going to get across to the States in the first place?
With them.
Who?
Jenkins, hand me my telescope, please. Ah! The smugglers! Now, we can only convince them of their loyalty to the crown.
Have another fish stick, Billy.
God in the name of His Majesty!
Run, Grenadier! Let me go! Let me go! Let me...
Well done, Your Grace. Well, now that we're all gathered together, Miss Wentworth.
Yes, sir.
I want you to tell Commodore Yeo that we'll be 2 miles west of Sackett's Harbor 5 days hence. Tell him to have a ship ready to pick us up at the Rocky Jetty at about, 2,200 hours. Is that clear?
Rocky Jetty, 2,200 hours. Yes, Sergeant.
Now, Captain Jack. Sir, what you do is hardly the most foul thing that's ever been perpetrated. Why, no, it stimulates the economy. It provides jobs.
What be you wanting then, sir?
A boat ride. Across the United States.
You're barmy.
I put it to you, sir. Are you or are you not a free-born Englishman?
Aye, that I be.
Good. Then you will take us across the lake there to engage our common enemy, or else I'll slap you in Kingston Stockade so fast your head will spin.
You ever been to sea, Billy?
After spending a rather uncomfortable night aboard the smuggler's ship, we eventually arrived at the outskirts of Sackett's Harbor. From there, we made our way to the inn, which was known to be the Yankee commander's headquarters.
This is the place. Winslow and General Dearborn are in the pub.
It's good to be back.
It's a shame you lost Pike, sir.
He should have stayed on board ship like I told him to. The fool. Anyway, I understand you have a little package for me?
Yes, sir. Took it from James Fenimore Cooper's hands myself.
Excellent. These English bastards are living on borrowed time. With these plans, we'll be able to take Kingston this summer, and then during the winter campaign, we'll squeeze Montreal into a tiny surrender.
Open it, sir. I haven't had a look at it yet. Nobody has.
It's an honor. No, but let's have a toast first. The Republic.
The Republic.
Let's have a look. Ah. Here it is.
Good evening, my name is Robin, and these are my merry men. Don't anyone make a false move, or one of my merry men will render you a contralto. General Dearborn. Lieutenant Winslow.
Ah, Winslow, mi amigo. How wonderful to see you once again.
My dear General Dearborn, I missed you at York last week.
I'll have you drawn and quiet.
How's the Gemmy Lake? Let's have a look at those plans.
The United States Marines will be here at any moment.
I do not think so, senor. They will be busy taking care of the damage caused from the explosion.
Explosion? Why explosion?
That one. Now, those plans. I'm perilously short of time.
Powers! Now! And the...
Thank you. Last of the Mohicans. Sounds rather depressing, doesn't it? Ah, yes, I believe this is what we've come for.
Sarge, social committee.
Right, let's go.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure.
We'll all have to get together and do it again sometime after the war.
Gentlemen, please, drown your sorrows at my expense.
Wiggins! Wiggins, come along,
Yes.
Wiggins. Remember your wife. How does he do it?
Guards! Clear this tavern!
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Right, let's go! Come on!
Okay, pull him in. Poor devil.
Quickly, get him out of his clothes and give me my disguise.
Alright, here's the false plans. Let me just wrap this up and you can give it to the sergeant, okay?
What the hell do you want?
Sir, I think I found that package you've been hollering about, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Your name, Private?
Third, sir. Private George Third.
Well, congratulations, Private Third.
Thank you, sir.
Are you prisoners?
Prisoners?
You're British prisoners.
Those prisoners. They plumb got away, sir.
Well, then go and tell your sergeant that the search is to continue.
Sir. Right away, sir.
Lieutenant! Lieutenant Winslow!
Yes, sir!
Come on! What's up, Sarge?
They went for the fake plans, but they're still after us. We better get to the blacksmith shop so we can make a rendezvous at Rocky Jetty with Commodore Yale.
Lieutenant Winslow!
Yes, sir.
Pursue the British until they are caught.
Yes, sir. Don't worry, sir. We've got double patrols out already. We're gonna have them by dawn at the latest.
Excellent, Lieutenant. Excellent.
Right, off we go, lads. We're off home, your grace.
So, with the plans successfully changed, we headed for our rendezvous with Commodore Yeo. Although we thought we were home free at this point, Lieutenant Winslow had other ideas. He wasn't about to let us escape that easily.
So, James, how'd you sleep last night?
Not bad. Bit of tossing and turning.
Great day for invasion.
Aye.
We'll have a bit of tea, and then we'll attack.
Right.
Right! Nice! Quick! March!
Get back, you Grace!
Right.
Didn't you like the looks of this?
Right, get back there, form a line of skirmish.
Yeah, quickly!
All right, lads.
Make ready.
I got a good one, yeah, the one with the long mustache.
Bam! Line them up, come on, let's do it.
This one's jump. Right. For you lads, load them up and hand them to the Duke and myself. I'm sorry, Your Grace, this looks as though it could be it.
Well, mi amigo Marshal, it has been a pleasure and an honor fighting this war.
Fire!
Try this one.
We're all out of ammunition then.
Right, fix bayonets! Ready, lads? One last cracker. Advance!
Come along, Jonathan. Some of your men. Hurry up.
Where in the hell did they come from?
This is Commodore James Earle, Commander of the Provincial Marine.
Your Grace?
Mi Commodore.
I hope you'll join Mr. Fitzgibbon and myself later tonight in my cabin for dinner. Now, if you'll excuse us, we've got this thing to attend to.
Oh,
James?
Si. The battle.
The battle.
Jonathan,
Sir?
have your men advance.
Yes, sir.
Advancing with the bayonet. At the quick step, march.
Vámonos, mi amigos.
Hell of a way to give a farewell party.
Remember the Raisin? Remember Yorktown? Four rank! Four
third. 3 cheers.
Up, Tom.
Hip, hip. Hurrah! Hip, hip. Hurrah! Hip, hip. Hurrah!
Up, Tom. Right, come about. Let's go.
Come up.
Well. I do like a happy ending, but for that, I only wish you could have got some of the falsified plans to the Americans as well as capturing the real ones.
Mi Commodore.
We did.
You did?
Jonathan, what did those false plans really say about Kingston?
Well, I was merely the delivery boy, so let me bring you the artist.
McGregor?
Flipping heck.
McGregor, in James Fenimore Cooper's plans of Kingston, we know that the Americans were expecting to find, maybe 70, 80 heavy cannon. How many did you put in your plans?
Let's see. I'll say... no. About 350.
350?
Aye. Well, that was a heavy cannon, and then there's a light cannon on the motor.
Oh, that'll certainly give them something to think about.
Did I overdo it, Sarge?
No.
Can I be excused?
Yeah, get out of here.
Thank you.
And now, we shall see how to attack Kingston.
Message for you, sir. Right. Thank you, Alderkin. Here we go there. Well, I'll be, Your Majesty. Napoleon's on the run, and you're to return to your rightful place on the throne as the King of Spain.
Madre Maria, that is excellent.
Well, you best get going.
Si.
Your Majesty.
Señor. Marshal. Mi amigo. Vía con Dios, mi amigo. Muy gracias. Gracias.
It was like this time.
Safe journey, my friend.
You'd be hard-pressed to find another man like him. Aye. He took on 3 soldiers all by himself.